Hey everyone, thanks for watching another video. I'm going to be doing a test ride of the Varstrom, the 500 watt front geared hub and the kit. So if you're out thinking, weather's getting nice, and I see I got a lot of people asking about the 500 watt front, how is it? And, is it easy to install? Do I recommend it? So I figured I'd do a little video, run down and take it for a ride, see what it's like. And I'll show you the bike. So this is the bike. This is actually the dual motor, but I'm disabling the back motor for this test. I'm only testing the front wheel kit, see speeds, pedal assist, things like that. So I got, I'll show you the display for that, but this is it. This is the front wheel, the Varstrom, real nice looking. I like the look of these wheels. Some of my other kits, the geared hubs are the smooth looking round hubs. This is actually a really nice looking wheel, like the style of them. All right, so in this kit was the front hub, like that. I used the 26 inch. The kits, they give you a nice headlight, comes with it, easy, plugs right in. You're gonna order, when you're ordering, you get displays to pick, but the one thing, if you're wondering, if you're new to this, is your brake sensors. And then here was the brake levers and brake sensors. I used the brake sensors because my combination shift or brake lever. There's always an option, brake sensors or brake levers. So this bike, I have the brake sensors. You can see there's a magnet right here, and here's the magnetic sensor right here. You put them on both sides. The reason I have to do that here is if you have a bike that has this combination kind of brake lever, or you have hydraulic brakes, you're going to need the brake sensors. If you have the older style traditional bike with the regular brake levers and cable, you can order it with you could really use either or, but you could use the brake levers with the regular style. But when you have something like this, either a combination shifter, brake lever, you're going to want the brake sensors. That way you don't have to change these out, because you don't want to change that and lose your gears. So that's the one thing when you're ordering. The other thing is the displays. This is actually the EDO4. It's nice. I mean, it's a little smaller, but it's not a bad size. I mean, I only ordered this one when I was getting it. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Got to plug the battery back. Okay. So this is the EDO4. This is for the front wheel. There it goes. You see it coming on. It's a nice display. It will hook to your phone Bluetooth. You can get navigation through it. It does have a Type-C charging port right here. So if you want to charge your phone, if you have a phone mount, you can do that. This one, I don't think, no, okay. So it doesn't have a light sensor. It has a switch. If you have the optional headlight kit, you can turn it on, but that's the EDO4. This is not the basic one. I think the basic one is a smaller one that mounts to your bars, but for a couple dollars more, if you want a nice looking display, gives you all the speedometer, your battery levels, all that, and have the Bluetooth. So if I think it's Bike to Go app or Bike Go. If you download that, you can, if you're going somewhere and you want to use GPS, your phone will link to it. It'll give you your directions on the screen. Pretty nice little feature. There is also, I'll bring this one up. This is the VDO4. This is even a little nicer, a little more expensive. Next step up when you're ordering displays, I might as well show you if you're trying to choose between them. So let me turn this on. This one's for the back. I'm not going to be using this in this review, but I'll just show you the display. So that's the VDO4. Has all the same things, the Bluetooth, the Type-C port, a little bigger display. But the one neat thing is it's got on the back side, it might be hard to tell, there's a photo sensor right there. So when you have the optional light kit installed on your bike, there's 3 settings, low, medium, and high. It'll automatically kick the light on when the light levels get dark. It's kind of neat. I forget about it sometimes, and when I'm riding, the one spot I go through a tunnel, and the light always kicks on when I get in the dark tunnel. Pretty neat little feature, but I'm gonna shut that one back off. One thing, the VDO4, you would have this separate button pad, power up, your power level adjust, your parameters, things like that. But let me shut that back off. So I'm going to get this out of the way. That way it's not confusing when I'm doing the test. So once again, this is the EDO4 Yeah, EDO4. Yeah, I think that's the VDO1. I'll look up the numbers. I'll add it in the video. I gotta look it up. These are the displays. This is the one here, EKDO1. That was the main one I used in the review. VDO4 was the one set up in the middle of the handlebars I showed. But this one here, yeah, obviously you have your power button. You see me turn it on. You got your, I'm turning the power levels up. Right now I got it set to 5 pedal assist levels. So you can change that in the parameters. I'll go in the menu settings. You got all this different stuff, display settings, information, language, password. You can set a password up if you want. So when you get on your bike, you can enter a 4-digit password. So somebody, if you're parked somewhere, somebody can't just jump on and take off. They have to enter the 4-digit password. And it's got, this is like your auto power off. You can adjust that for your time. Right now I have that one set at 5 minutes. I think that's where it came. Boost gear, that's pretty much your pedal assist levels. Battery level origin, that's the voltage battery you're running. I'm actually running a 52 volt with this. That way you get an accurate readout. You got your trip reset, odometer reset, and units, mile per hour or kilometers. So let me go back here. Back. Okay. So yeah, so there's you got the displays now. You got the optional headlight, which is nice and bright. You got the geared 500 watt hub on the front, and this is a 26-inch wheel. So if you're comparing for a 26-inch bike, they give you, don't mind the wire mess. This bike was put together for testing purposes. Usually I would route these wires a lot neater. Now they come with a nice plastic controller box. This is the front wheel kit in this controller box. So you can see everything. They give you everything you need. You know, the 1 to 4 cable from here. Let me zoom this out. They give you the 1 to 4 cable to go from your controller up to your handlebars. And then the IT4 extension cable. That's the cable that takes you from your handlebar controls down to the controller. Generally, you won't need it unless you have a large bike or you want to route the cable further away to put the controller. So I didn't get it. That way you can plug in your brake levers, your display, your thumb throttle. That's right here. I'm hitting it. It's going to try to go, but nice comfortable thumb throttle. Easy to install. That plugs right into the 1 to 4 cable. So really, for wiring, you have this 1 to 4 cable. It's hard to see on this. It pretty much has the 4 ends coming up. You can't go wrong. They're all plug and play for your brake levers, your throttle, your display. It comes down in a single cable and has one connector you plug into your controller. So that takes care of all your handlebar controls. Then you got your pedal assist sensor. Pedal assist sensor was left pedal assist. That's the one I used. This is the left sensor, and it real easy to install. Plugs right on here. My wire's coming up, and then once again, there's another special plug right on the controller, plugs right in. That gives you your pedal assist. That's what monitors you when you're pedaling. I think that's pretty much all the parts it comes with. You got the pedal assist, you got the controller, the plastic controller box to encase it in. You got the throttle, you got the display, brake sensors, and the wheel. So that's pretty much everything installed. I will do another video of installing the wheel motors, installing the sensors. I'm going to do it in chapters. That way, if you do order a kit and you're thinking about doing it, you'll have little parts, because sometimes some things are easier. Once you do it a couple times, it's real easy. But for a first time, I remember doing it the first time, looking at it like, you know, what's the easiest way to get this on. So I'll try to break it up into chapters. So let's get on the bike and try this out. All right, so we're getting riding here. Right now I'm just thumb throttle. I'm gonna get across this road here and then we'll try it out. Okay, so I'm gonna start power assist 1. Let's see how this thing does with pedal assist. Okay, so we're in pedal assist right now. Make sure you can see the display. Yes. Okay, you can see up in the trail. All right. So this is pedal assist level 1. I'm doing about 10 miles an hour, real smooth. I will tell you on that, I'm gonna slow down here so maybe you can hear it when I start up. The sensitivity picking up when you pedal, I noticed with these Varstrom kits, is real quick. There you go. It's half a pedal turn rotation and then the motor's engaging. My other kits I've had, sometimes it's, you know, they vary, 2 to 3 revolutions. Sometimes it feels like you're pedaling a little too much before it kicks in. This is real quick. So, the other nice thing about these Varstrom kits, they are really quiet. Like you can't hear, I don't even know if you'll be able to hear the motor noise. If you watch some of my other videos on the e-bike links, you'll hear when I'm hitting the throttle. I don't mind the noise, but you will hear the motor whine. So if you're looking for something smooth and quiet, Varstrom kits, for the price, I am amazed how quiet they are and smooth. The bike definitely rides smooth. It's got enough torque to get you going, but it's smooth. So that's pedal assist 1. We're gonna go to 2 now. Let's see how fast it goes. This honestly is gonna be a good cruising speed. I can already tell you that. I'm almost in my highest gear already. Actually, I am. And I'm pedaling at a nice pace. So you can see it's doing about 15 miles an hour. Stop pedaling. I'll try to see if I can, yeah, I don't think you're gonna hear it. Okay. So that's 2. Now let's go to 3. I don't think I'm gonna do much after 3 because you'll see. Okay, 3 is at about 18, 19 miles an hour. It's not too bad. I can still do 4. All right, here's pedal assist 4. You can see now I'm getting up over 20 miles an hour. All right, let me slow down for the road. I'm gonna do this with pedaling here. All right, we're gonna start from a start pedaling. Okay, here we go. 1 turn, there we go. Look, see, it's already taken off. It's got good acceleration for just a 500 watt. Comfortable. It's not enough that's gonna make you jump. If it's been a while since you've been on bikes, it's not gonna scare you when you take off. You might hear a little bit of wheel spin sometimes, a little bit on gravel, but it's not gonna be crazy. All right, so that was pedal, I left off in pedal assist 4. So I'm gonna take it up to 5. Let's see what it does. Yeah, I'm almost not keeping up with the pedals now. 26, 27 miles an hour. Okay, not bad. Nice day for a ride, I'll tell you that. Okay, so that's pedal assist 5, going about 26, 27. I'm gonna be done, I'm just gonna cruise now. So now I'm gonna go throttle. So basically, if you're new to this, your throttle's gonna take you, I mean, all the kits I've ever had, The throttle is going to take you to the same speed that your power assist is set at, right? That's like your 5 power levels, no matter if you're pedaling or your throttle. I see people sometimes say, oh, on pedal assist, I can get it up to 30 miles an hour, but on throttle, I can only get it to 27. That's because you're putting leg power into it, right? You're adding to it to get a little more speed. But, and a way to test that, if you want to see for yourself, is if you have a bike, if you have it in pedal assist and you just turn your pedals just so the sensor picks it up, but don't put any effort into it, you'll see the speed it goes. It'll be the same as when you're hitting the thumb throttle. But yeah, these Varstrom kits are, if you are in the market, and that's why you're coming across this video, they are smooth. Like I said, I've had other ones. I've had direct drive, I've had geared hubs, I've had mid drives. This thing is really nice. They are, for the price, I'm amazed. Because I was going to go with the Bafang, even though it's all manufactured by same companies. The price, I couldn't pass it up. The price for this kit, I'd have to look exactly. I'll look it up on what I ordered and add that to the video. But I think with shipping, I think I paid $280 or something for the kit. Great price. And for the quality, like the displays and the look of the motor and the feel of them, it's definitely worth the money. All right, so we're gonna go down to the bottom of this and we'll try an uphill. So I'm gonna leave it in power level 5 and we're gonna see how it does uphill. So I'm right at the bottom of a hill now, going up. It's not a real big one, but after I get this, I'm gonna go down, I'll stop and do the same on the next one. So let's see, this is probably like maybe almost a 10% uphill right here, so let's try it out. All right, let's go full throttle, pedal assist 5. 5 miles an hour. It's getting me up there though, you see that? And I'm not pedaling. So now, you see I'm picking up speed, I'm at the bottom. So here's a long one here. Okay. So this is about the bottom right here. Right about where you see this skid mark. All right, so let's take off. This ain't as steep in the beginning, but it gets steeper towards the end. So let's try it out. Once again, pedal assist 5. It's pulling nice. It's easy to control. It's not pulling me all over the place. You hear it in my talking, but that's the stones. I'm getting 6 miles an hour. There we go. Pull it up fine. I mean, especially if you're looking for something you don't need a real big battery to get it powered up and you're just looking for something to get out and ride with, definitely a nice motor and kit for that. So let me pull up over here and go over what I think. I'm into a little bit of wind and I'm cruising at about 26. Okay. That was the ride on the 500 watt Varstrom 26-inch front geared hub. And once again, I am running this bike in the video you just watched with a 52 volt battery. Commonly, you're probably gonna have a 36 or 48. Everything's gonna be pretty much the same. You feel gradual difference in the acceleration if you're dropping down to a 48, not much, because you're only going from 48 to 52 volts. You will see top speed. I was hitting 26 and a half, 27, probably be doing 25 with a 48. But don't quote me on that. I mean, I could always test it with a 48 volt battery, but you'll lose a little bit. 36, you're still probably gonna get closer to like 22 miles an hour, something like that. And that's going off my past 36. It's been a while since I ran a 36 volt battery, but I recommend, I mean, I like the 48. You know, you get a little bit more power. You know, you're going to get more range out of a 48 volt 15 amp hour than you will out of a 36 volt 15 amp hour, just because the total wattage. So if you're thinking about what size voltage, you know, even if they're labeled 36 volt, generally everything is matched up, and you'll see it in your description when you're ordering it. But yeah, so overall, I mean, I think they're very nice kits. You know, smooth, quiet, easy to install. I mean, these things, the wheels went on real easy. No adjusting or, you know, pulling on forks to get these things to fit, and they went right on. All the hardware was there. Like I said, really impressed. And the one thing I liked was the controller boxes. If you don't have a spot to mount it, you can mount the plastic and it hides the controller real nice. Has a little bit of extra room in there to tuck some wires in there. But overall, that's it. And that was the, you know, you saw the 2 displays in here. There's a couple other options when ordering, but I at least was able to go over the 2 I ordered here, so you could see it. All right, thanks for watching. All right, this is the Amazon Varstrom kit. You can see, I'll go to customize now. Actually, before I do that, over here are these thumbnails. These will give you the information on all the different parts, the motors, torques. These are the displays. This is the one here, EKD01. That was the main one I used in the review. VD04 was the one set up in the middle of the handlebars I showed. And this is just giving basic wire diagram, dropout dimensions, things like that. That's the measuring the width. Generally, most average bikes are going to fit with the hardware they give you, but if you're unsure, you can always double check that measurement. They give you one for the rear, and then they'll give you a separate one for the front. So let's go to customize now. All right, so in this kit was the front hub. Like that, I used the 26-inch. The EKD01 display, no extra charge for that. Please choose this option. So this one, you're going to pick this also, EKD, same thing. I didn't order the e-bike battery, but you can. It gives you different options. You can get the down tube style batteries. So if you're buying everything as one, you can order the down tube battery, whichever size you want, 13 amp hour, 16 amp hour, all the way up. They even got up to 52 volt. So I did don't order. And then here was the brake levers and brake sensors. I used brake sensors because my combination shift or brake lever. I didn't get a tail light, but you can order an extra tail light. It's plug and play, it'll hook right in there. Pedal assist sensor was left pedal assist. That's the one I used. And then the IT4 extension cable. That's the cable that takes you from your handlebar controls down to the controller. Generally, you won't need it unless you have a large bike or you want to route the cable further away to put the controller. So I didn't get it. And we'll do add to cart. Okay, so that's all the options. Now I'll check out the price in the cart.